This video is made for adult collectors because Wolverine just fell over. Why did you fall over? Stay standing up. Prime figures can be kind of expensive on the aftermarket, just because they're popular. Even though they're not the greatest things in the world, they have issues. But it's really funny to me that one of the worst ones of the bunch, yes, this thing is not great, is so incredibly valuable, even if he isn't great, and even if he's kind of like, he's just hard to find, and it's Unicron. It's kind of funny how much value the name Unicron carries with it, because this thing has a lot of problems, and like, this thing is fun but flawed, and they're both expensive. Unicron seems to kind of get a bit shafted at times, sometimes more so than others. While I want the HasLab Unicron, I am aware of all of the issues it has, and it has no shortage of those. The Armada one is great, but the planet mode is incomplete and the kibble's pretty gnarly, and the deluxe figure, while I like it, it's just weird and the neck likes to break. So enter Prime Arms Micron Unicron, and yeah, he has issues too, lots of them. Unicron seems to just be a hard nut to crack, eh? I got this off my buddy Dan, by the way. Hi Dan. I will say this looks amazing. I was a huge fan of the rock creature Unicron man thingy design from Prime, so having a physical item of this is great. And even without the stickers, because a hard pass on applying Arms Micron stickers, this looks so nice. I'm usually not the biggest fan of chrome in large amounts randomly on a robot mode, looking at you, first edition Optimus Prime, but this works for me quite well. I think it's a mix of how they textured the plastic and how it sort of melds with the rest of the colors of the figure. I like how they chose a slightly darker shade of gray to go with this brown, and the gradient on the one rock arm is pretty nice. He feels okay. It's that Prime plastic, so like, it's not gonna feel the greatest, but it's still pretty fine. And he's very commanding for a Voyager. Yes, he's a Voyager. It makes sense though, because these things were about the size of Optimus Prime to Titan size. Oh, a Titan version of this design would go so hard. Kind of hoping that leaked Unicron soldier we're getting is just like this. Honestly, this is probably gonna be my main Unicron till either I manage to get the HasLab or when this thing starts to crumble. Oh yeah. It does that. So soft rubbery plastic, like all the pointy bits on this guy, will eventually degrade, and will degrade faster than more solid ABS, palm, nylon, etc. According to my research, which is basically just me reading the wiki, the rubber on this likes to degrade because age, and there's a lot of it on here, so that's not super helpful. I might keep this guy in the basement just to prevent him from drying out, because Canadian summers are surprisingly really dry and hot at times. Another issue is the knees. They're on wrong, and it's not just mine. Most of the copies of this figure have this issue. Most. The knees are on backwards, meaning they can only bend about 20 degrees. You can fix it by popping out the pin and shit, but seeing as this isn't exactly cheap, I'm not gonna be doing that. The hips are weird too, because they have all this like sculpted detail on the ball joint stock, and because of that, it means the hips move really awkwardly. You kind of gotta wiggle them to get them to go anywhere. Not to mention they were loose right out of the box, but that's just like most Prime figures that have ball jointed hips. He does come with an Arms Micron, essentially a Minicon you have to build because it saves them on labor costs. Bruh. Easy enough to build though, and it's a tank creature or a rock hand for him. Or you can split the other arm in half, I pray for that C-clip, and put it on either arm to give him like larger rock hands. These are on 5mm ports and pegs though, so technically he's a weaponizer too. So, oh, hang on, let's make him like actually decent first by giving him his limbs back. But his articulation, honestly, forget about it. Forget about it. So other figures from the line, like, we'll bring Sharkticon Megatron here, for example, because this is one of my favorite Prime toys ever. This thing's articulation is pretty decent, except he's got forearm swivels, not bicep swivels, and there's a couple of awkward things, but like, for the most part, he's cool, just awkward. This, however, is just entirely awkward. There is no cool about this figure, and it kind of sucks. The head's on a ball joint, and as you notice, the whole thing slides up and down, and that doesn't lock into place. So you go to move the head, and all of a sudden his forehead's exposed, and then that folds. It's for transformation, but it is kind of annoying. These horn bits can move out of the way. They can also rotate. This is on a ball joint as well here at the base, and then this can swivel. So these can get out of the way of pretty much anything. These shoulders, they're on ball joints. They can do a full 360, but there goes the arm. The ball joint is angled very weird, so it just feels wrong. They can go out that far, but you move the arm forward this way, it becomes awkward to get the arm out. It's just due to how all of this is sculpted in here, it kind of limits itself, and it's very strange. The arm flew over there. It bends 45 degrees. This one also bends a little bit more than 45 degrees. You got your bicep rotation. Nothing at the waist. You have those weird hips with those like that sculpting in them. So they go forward that far normally, but then if you like wiggle it around, you can get it to go all the way forward, and then wiggle it again, you can get it to go all the way back. You can get them to go out about that far before the thigh armor bumps into the hip. You do have a thigh rotation. Now, like I said, the knees, they're on backwards, so they can only bend about that far. Apparently there is a fixed version of this Unicron, but that's like the really, really, really rare black version is what they fixed it on. And again, not every copy has this problem, but most of them do. And then nothing at the feet. They can bend like that, I guess. Can't really do much. The hips are too awkward. The arms don't go like where I want them to go. The head likes to split, and he has basically no knees, so he's just weird. Now I gotta get the arm that fell off the table. Ah! There. So yeah, the form is great, the function not so much. I really wanted this for the looks, because for Unicron designs, it's really out there, but yeah, trying to mess with him isn't super fun. Speaking of that, let's make him whatever the hell this is supposed to be. So I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I started wearing a watch every video that I do. I like a different one all the time because I have a whole bunch because I like them. This one I think has gotten a little too tight and I need to take it off because it's leaving marks in my arm. Yeah, we're taking that off. This thing's transformation is shocking. And not the oh my god, wow, that's so cool shocking, and the that's it shocking. Like, it not great. Start with both arms have to come off. This one we're going to split open and then fold up this piece here and just sort of leave it like that. Also, this C-clip is starting to stress and break on my copy, which is fantastic. So when we do the armor segment, that is the last time I'm ever splitting this apart. The rest of this guy. So first thing is to take the arms, shoulder pads, just fold them down. And then you want to take the torso and unpeg it. Now there are two little tabs right here that you can push on to get the torso out, but it is also tucked in inside the waist piece. And the instructions don't really do a good enough job of telling you to get that out. So you have to sort of pull it and push it up at the same time to get it out of there. Otherwise it won't come out. But once you get that out, you want to rotate these horns forward and then pull out the rest of the front of the vehicle, because this is a vehicle. Pull the head up and then fold it forward like that. Then you want to take the arms and you bring them inward, and these are going to fold out, right? And they're going to stay there. Now, if you don't have these together, if you have them separate on the arms, you don't have to take them off. But because I did, you have to take them off. But then you plug these together back into the arms. Leave that folded up. And then these 5mm ports, and then there are 5mm pegs in here. They're going to meet. When you fold them up all the way, that'll clip all of this in together and just sort of leave it down there like that. That's the bottom of the jet. The legs. This was weird. So also his face is right here. So he's got like ball jointed hips that are very strange. And the instructions just say, okay, pull it up here. And this is now underneath, and you're like, how the hell, what's going on? So you have to rotate it so that the entire ball joint is now upside down, like that. That's how you get this leg to sit straight this way. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work. Then we wanna take these sections here and pull them out, fold the feet up, and then compress this back in. It will peg back into place. None of this wants to work. Also, big ugly sprue mark right there. Come on. Then you wanna take the knee and you wanna bend it inward, and the feet are going to slide into little holes right there. This is a little bit difficult to do because you can't really see what you're doing, especially with a camera in front of your face. Oh, the legs come undone. That's fun. There you have Unicron's spaceship mode, whatever the hell this is supposed to be. I don't get it. It looks really strange. That's a thing. I don't know what's happening here, but it's supposed to be like a spaceship or something, but bruh, it works so much better as a volcano with a face hanging out of it. That's actually a sick alt mode at this point, a volcano. But as a spaceship, it's a bit of an odd choice, especially because it looks like this. And it's like this because it's a triple changer of sorts. He can form armor for Optimus Prime or Megatron from Arms Micron. Unfortunately, I don't have either Arms Micron variants of those figures, but I do have the Beast Hunters Magnus and Sharkticon Megatron, so let's try those. I haven't actually tried this yet. Okay, a couple things. One, I haven't actually tried this combination yet, so I haven't put on these little jewels, and I probably won't. The second thing is there's a catalog in here, right? And Unicron fell over. And when you open up the catalog, it's like, oh, look, here's all the different Arms Micron things you can get and all the little ones that you can get separately and blah, blah, blah. But then on the other side, Optimus Prime is wearing every single weapon known to man. What is going on there? His torso is literally the Matrix. I'm so concerned and confused, and I want that Matrix piece. I know what figure it comes with. It comes with this guy, but like, that's what is going on there. It's insane. We're gonna get these broken out, because again, I haven't done this yet. let's get these enormous instructions unfolded. This is the armor. Yes, this is the armor. Okay. Magnus is not gonna work. I'm looking at this now, and the way that they fold prime shoulder pads down, Magnus is just not gonna work. All right, so to prep Megatron, we're gonna have to fold that down and get this stuff positioned out here and just put them aside. Unicron. So take these off and then unclip the feet and bring them down just for now. This apparently comes right off. Yes, okay, so that comes off. And then what? You fold that up, you flip this around. Oh, the head needs to be rotated first. And then you flip that up. And then this will go here and that will go there to form the front of the armor, I believe this. Yeah, this is like his loincloth type thing. Okay, so I need the instructions again. All right, so the first step is to take this and open this, whoa, up. And then you want to split the leg in half. Okay. Then we want to fold the hip up this way and then rotate this that way. What is even going on in that image? I honestly can't tell. Oh, you want to flip it this way. Oh, and then this pegs into here. Oh, that's kind of genius. Okay, so that pegs into this part. What is going? Okay, so the shoulder pad stays flared up, and that's that. And then flip it upside down. Yes. Does this do anything other than just sit here? I guess it just sits here. This piece you want to bring up, and it's going to, oh, there's a peg right here. Yeah, it's going to go into that slot. So we take that and we will peg that in like that, and then do that on this side. Peg that in. And we have these shoulder pads ready. That's really funny. That's really stupid looking. That's the armor. He's just doing a handstand and is filleted open. Okay, I think I can figure the rest of this out. These bits, we're gonna split them one final time because look at that lovely massive stress mark in there. That's awesome. I love that. On my expensive figure, it's great. Okay, so we're gonna plug this into here and then plug this into here. And then we need to bring in Megatron and we're gonna have to fit him into here. Oh, his shoulder pads might not work. Okay, we'll figure it out. Oh, his little horn things can go into Unicron's footholes. Can we like stand up, man? Please? He wants to lean. I think this is supposed to sit flush to the ground, but because of his shoulder pad design, it's not going to. Okay, well, that's the best I think we're gonna get out of Sharkticon Megatron with the armor on. Come on. And then this piece, what the hell's happened? Oh, he's standing. Oh, this plugs in. These 5mm pegs go into these ports. Okay, so we'll peg that into there. His arms are getting in the way. Oh, okay, now he's doing the splits. This doesn't work on Sharkticon Megatron.
It's all right. It's not great. I wouldn't recommend it, honestly, because it's expensive as shit and is not great. I like the way it looks, and that's why I wanted this, and that's why I'm keeping it. I just don't want to touch it. But that's been my look at Micron Unicron. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.